We're getting better.
Right on time.
Yeah.
Okay, you're good? All right. What are we talking about
All
today?
right.
Oh.
So, welcome back to the Blended Mommas podcast / vlog.
Yeah.
I'm Sam. I'm the mom.
I'm Maria, the stepmom.
Oh, why are we so backwards today? We're having an off day today because it's been a long fucking week. And we just got done. Month. Yeah, it's been a horrible month. So today the reason why we're doing things a little different is because today we're just going to talk about Jadynn. After last week's episode, or the week before I should say, it was a little heavy, so we kind of wanted to do things a little bit funny this time.
Funny one.
Yeah, funny one. We're kind of in our PJs. We're kicked
comfy.
back right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to be comfy today.
Yeah.
So, I do have to do the disclaimer, of course. So, if you are under the age of 18, please do not watch this. Go grab your mom or your dad and let them know that you're going to hear a bunch of adults cussing.
Yeah, we do
But,
curse.
yes.
There's adult language.
There is very strong adult language. So, please keep in mind. And if you guys are watching, you guys are over the age of 18, welcome. We love you. Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, today's episode. I literally forgot what we named it because we're that off today.
We're talking about Jadynn and just how funny she is about like the specific routine she has at each house.
Yes.
And how she plays us.
Yeah, she tries. Okay. Keyword, she tries.
Because we talk.
Yeah. She don't know. She don't know.
She does.
Now she's kind of catching on because she hears us talk about it now.
We'll talk about it in front of her.
Yeah. And then she's just like staring like.
And she never really looks at me. She looks at her mom and goes.
Yeah, like she feels like she's going to get in trouble with me. Which
Yeah.
sometimes, depending on the situation, she will get in trouble. But other than that, no. She's good.
Yeah.
But the double the fun, Jadynn's World.
Yes.
Welcome. We are going to talk about that right now. That's the name of the episode too, by the way. Like I said, we're a little off today because we're actually really kept like comfortable and kicked back. I didn't even comb my hair.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We wanted to be chill because it's all about Jadynn today.
Yeah.
So, let's go into this right now. So, what does she do over here? Like, what is her chores here?
Okay, so she's actually gotten really good with her chores. I'm like laughing because it's just, she's so funny to me. Like, especially this, like, year specifically. So, her chores here now, like, she's responsible for her bathroom and her bedroom. Mm-hmm. Pretty much, those two. And then feeding the cats because I told her, I was like, I don't even like the cats anymore. They're not mine. You're the one who loves them. So you take care of him. And she's like, but you tell Simba you love him all the time. I'm like, so?
Yeah. We can say we love you, don't mean we like you.
You feed the cats. You
know?
And she really hates doing it. The smell of the cat food, she'll like gag. And
oh, that's torture. You guys are mean. My poor child's like,
and I'm like, there's a cup, you know, like, so she won't even use the cup. She like pours it because she doesn't want her hand to go in the bag.
Oh yeah, she's so like.
And then she's like washing her hands afterwards. And I'm like, well, at least you're washing your hands good after that.
Yeah,
like, that's a good.
Poor thing's probably like scrubbing the color off of her because she's all angry.
I'm like, oh my gosh, Jadynn, like this is a part of having cats.
Yeah.
You know? Anyways, so she takes care of the cats. Her room. Okay, the room's like basic stuff, like putting all your stuff away and making your bed. Mm-hmm. The bathroom is new though, because like it's pretty much her bathroom. Well, her and her dad's, but I taught her like how to clean the mirrors and then how to wipe down the counters, and then she's gotta let me know if she gets water on the floor after her crazy.
I swear, this girl.
Your face kills me.
Side note. I think it was our first episode when I was here filming. I want to say it was the first one or the second one.
Probably.
It was one of them. And it was recent. So she got out of the shower, I guess, and Maria went upstairs, to use the restroom, of course, before we started. And all I hear is like a commotion. I was like, what the hell's going on? This little girl loves to splash water out of the tub as if it's like she was on a boat drowning or something. You know, like when they like get the water and they just like, toss it out. Yeah,
in
like
the splash zone at SeaWorld.
Yes, it's like that. And she's done this before, and she's gotten. Yeah, no, I'm like, your mama can fall.
Well, especially you guys share the bathroom there. Yeah, so it's important.
I don't want to, and I hate my socks getting wet. I hate it with fucking passion.
Nobody likes soggy socks.
I hate that.
And you're just innocently going to the bathroom, and the next thing you know, you've been assaulted.
You step on a fucking rug
You've
with
been
like
assaulted, and your socks are soggy.
Yeah, and then it's, mind you, half the time it's always a fresh new pair you put on when you step on a fucking wet mat. I hate that. Oh my god, that really it grinds my gears. Okay, but I hear this one and I'm like, oh god, what happened? And then she comes back down and Marie's like, there's water all over the floor. I'm like, so I went upstairs.
Triggered.
I hate that. It's like PTSD to me. I'm like, no. I've almost eaten shit on her fucking bath floor. And like, you know, my mom, you know, she has bad knees, and I'm like, all I need is for this bitch to fall, and then I'm gonna end up getting mad at my kid for like, you know,
that would be terrible.
Yeah, I would be like, I don't know what if I should be upset or mad or just like angry. I don't know. So I went upstairs and I told her, like, if Maria were to fall, she can hurt your brother. And she's like, after that, I think I scared the crap out of her.
It hasn't happened since. So whatever she was doing, she fixed it.
Yeah, I did. I did. The power of being a strict-ass mom.
I just remember going up there. I didn't even know you were doing that. Mm-hmm. I went up there for something else, like, up the stairs, and I just hear you in the nursery with her, like
just yelling. Not yelling at her, but I was, like, scolding her.
You know, the stern mom voice? Like,
yeah. I was like, damn, I never knew I would ever have that voice down until, like, someone told me, they're like, fuck, you sound like mom. And I'm like,
even now, like, I, like... Because she'll test me, and all I have...
Yeah.
Excuse me? Just do that, and she's like... You know, and I'm like, when did I become my mom?
Right?
When did that happen?
Oh, my God. No. If, like, you hear him cry, do you want me to give you a reason to cry? I say that.
I try not to say that because I remember being traumatized.
I remember, or like, you know, like the type of cry where it's like, why are you crying? And you're like,
yeah, like, you know who says that? Carlos says that. He totally does that. And I'm like, oh, traumatizing.
Better not do that to my baby. Oh my God. He's not, believe it or not, he's actually a lot meaner than me. I know that
he's very patient.
But he's patient. I'm not as patient.
It'll last a long time.
Yeah.
And then when he finally is like had it.
Yeah, he's like evil.
It's like a switch. And she knows. She's like, oh, shit, fucked up. Dad's mad.
With me, she knows when she like knows certain tones. I'm like, if I say Ayla, she's like, oh shit.
I learned that from you.
Yeah.
I started saying Ayla.
Ayla Hernandez. And she's just like,
my mom did the same thing to me. Yeah. Elizabeth. I can still hear it.
See, my mom always did the other name. She'd be like, Veronica, no, what? You. And I'm like,
that too.
Samantha?
That too. I was the youngest of 5.
Your last one, remember? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, but she does that. And then, like, I know, okay, so for here, I know it's her bedroom, restroom,
cats.
Has she ever offered to make you food?
Hell no.
This little girl
we learned this
hurt my feelings so hard. Okay, she loves sopas. So sopas are like the noodles, the ramen noodles,
yes.
the top ramen, the cup of noodle, you know, any kind of noodle. Yes. She is obsessed with it,
and she puts tapatio and lemon juice.
Yes,
and that makes it a sopa.
Yeah, that makes it a sopa.
And I learned very quickly that's the key to this girl's heart.
Oh yeah,
to her behavior.
Yeah,
you threaten her sopa.
Yeah, she'll behave like no other.
Yeah,
she would. Like for the day of her partying, we just recently had. She was in a mood. She gave you attitude. She gave her dad attitude.
That was our fault though.
She almost gave me attitude. Yeah, she was helping us putting stuff together.
Till like really late.
Yeah,
she was tired.
She was just exhausted. But I was like, nah, that's still not a reason to act like a little brat when we're literally doing this.
Right,
for
you're like doing the party for her.
Yeah,
and you're like, I need you to be happy because I'm doing a lot right now.
I'm like really tired and I'm really like
you're hurting my feelings.
Yeah, I was upset. I was like. So when I was like, Ayla, she came down, and I was like, what's wrong? Nothing.
And she had
I'm
the
like,
face.
oh, no.
There's the face.
There's a face, and it's a mixture of, I want to say it's like her dad and my face.
It's like a stone face.
Yeah.
Where
like
she's trying to have no emotion.
Yeah, like she's just there.
Which means...
she's pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her angry face. I started noticing, like, her angry face. I'm like, I don't like that.
How about when she dogged me out that night because I was making fun of the
Oh, my God. Okay, so... Wait, okay, let's get this one first, and then we'll tell you that story. Okay, so so she came down, and she was, like, trying to give me attitude. See, with me, I'm very, like, no.
Well, your mom,
no, I don't give a fuck, give you that attitude. You're not, and I know I shouldn't say that, and I don't say that, believe it or not. I don't say that to her. But I do, in my head, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You're not going to give me attitude. What the hell?
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, I want you to have a good day. I was like, but if you continue to give us attitude, I'm gonna cancel this party, and I'm gonna tell everybody to go fucking home. Yeah. Or you can stay in here, and I'll pass out your candy.
And then I was
saying, and I'll take your gifts.
And I was staying there, and I was like, and I'll take your iPad away for the rest of the week.
And then finally, I was like, are you hungry? She's like, no, not really. So this kid, because I knew,
because she hadn't eaten, and you came over at noon.
Yeah, I came over at noon, and she usually eats something.
Yeah, and she hadn't eaten.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, how about this? If you behave right now and you just go get dressed like I tell you to, like I told you to, you can have a sopa. I saw her smile get so fucking big. And I was
happiest kid on the planet.
She's like, okay, mommy. I'm like,
yeah.
Because usually it's mom when she's mad, but mommy, I'm like, fucking kidding, man. Oh my God.
You know what, though? She held up her end. She was good the whole day.
She was so good. I mean, I was up mainly getting, like, the presents. I was like, Jada, get over here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was a lot of people that I knew that came.
Once she realized all the gifts she got.
Yeah, she was like, I'm done. Can we go inside and open them?
Yeah.
She's like,
she was happy.
Yeah, she was a happy cat. And thank you to everybody that actually came. You guys are so appreciated. She loved every single fucking gift you guys got her. Legit, she did. Happy camper, still talking about all the gifts that she got.
Still has a bunch of balloons up in her room.
Oh, I know. I know. Alicia, she loves the balloons that Ava got her. So you guys are literally awesome.
I'm happy. So many people got her crafts.
Yeah.
Like crafting. So like I don't know how many she took over to your house. But she was doing crafts like all over the house.
Yeah.
Like this was a craft table.
Oh.
The kitchen was a craft table.
She's still doing some. She's still doing some at the house.
It was the best, which is like, that's good. That's what I want.
Yeah. She's very, very artistic.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? She does a lot of like clay stuff here.
Oh, yeah.
But she'll do a lot of painting and like drawings at my house.
Funny. So
yeah.
she like must have her little, just, you know what? I like want to be in her head because I bet she has very particular like, reasons for why she does clay here and why she paints and stuff there, like her setup and stuff, and like the environment must be the right vibe, you know.
Yeah,
like, I bet she has like a little reason.
I think she has that too, because like Stephanie's around and I'm always like, draw something for me. Like I have always tried to encourage, like even when Stephanie was like in high school, Carlos' sister, I would or even in middle school, I was like, oh, you should, like, I like your drawings. Like I've always loved her.
No, she's a really
so
good
artistic.
Artist.
It's ridiculous. Like,
she's
and
really
it runs in like it honestly runs in my family and in Carlos's too, because my older brother, very artistic. He's like fucking amazing at art. I have some of his drawings still to this day, and I'm like, I fucking love it. I will never get rid of it.
She totally has that. Like, even
she
the way
has that. I can barely draw stick figures.
Even the way she like does her clay and like puts faces on them, and like Stephanie will come over here and teach her how to like use the tools to put texture on the clay, and it's really cool to see.
Yeah, like her concentrating face is my bitch face.
She's got Carlos's like
eyebrows, the structure,
very strong brows, and she'll be like.
Yeah, she does. She looks a lot like me when she's like, but she has like his eyebrows.
His brow,
yeah. So it's like Carlos's eyebrows, but my face.
Yeah,
so it's kind of weird. But no, and then there was this. Okay, so she likes to give attitude every now and then at my house, but like I snap it out of her. I'm very strict. Okay, I've never sugarcoated that shit. I'm very fucking strict. No. And she'll, like, if she get on, I'm like, hey, I was like, if you want, I can either spank you, because I'm sorry, I do believe in spanking. I don't believe in beating. I don't believe in any, like, if I have to use something towards her, then that's bad. But usually it's the hand.
Yeah.
You know, one good spank on the butt. That's it.
Same.
Yeah. I was like, no, come on. Like, I think kids nowadays need to get their ass beat. But that's just me. I wouldn't do it to mine, but I'm just saying. No, but she'll try, and I'm like, hey, I don't ever want to see that shit again. And she'll just look at, and like, she'll look at me, and she's like, okay, I'm sorry. I was like, you know what you did wrong. She's like, okay. And I was like, go and apologize. That's all it really takes, is just like a scolding.
Yeah.
You know?
She's like a really well-behaved kid.
Yeah. Like, I haven't spanked her in like years, and she's like 10.
Yeah.
You know? And it's been a long time. Like, I think the only time I did was like, I can't even remember. Was that, the bath thingy. When I told you, that was like the last time I ever did that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was the last time.
That's probably the one time that she keeps, she hasn't done this in a while.
Yeah.
When we moved to the apartment, and she had her own room for the first time, and I would put her to bed, she would always ask questions, and I'm sure you know, she was saying to prolong the bedtime process, because she wants you to stay there. And for me, it was really important that she like sleep on her own and like have her space, because she's got a room now. And so one day she's doing her little thing, and I know, and it's so cute. You know, it's cute when she does it. But I'm like, I know you're playing me right now.
Yeah.
But it's cute. And she's like, am I a bad girl? And I'm like, why?
Oh my God. I said, what?
And I'm like, why do you say that? No. And she's like, well, because my mom and my mama hit me. And I don't even, this is the thing, like, I know you don't, like, hit her.
No!
And so I'm like, and I'm all, well, why? And then she told me the bath story.
Oh, yeah.
That you just mentioned. And I was like, so you got in trouble? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, and you got a spanking? And she's like, yeah. I was like, they didn't hit you. You just got a spanking, you know?
Yeah.
And she's like, but am I a bad girl? I'm like, no! Everybody got in trouble. Got spankings when they were little. You're not a bad kid. She just, again, she's trying to
play that.
She
does that.
Her bedtime. Oh, my God. I don't even let her do it anymore. I'm like, yeah, go.
I know. She's like, Mom, can I ask you where to go to
bed? Because I know now.
Yeah.
Like, and you're 10.
And it's so funny, too, because, like, whenever she was with me, she'd be like, Mommy, are you mad at me? I'm like, like, out of nowhere. Mind you, we would watch a movie, and I'm like, all right, you got to go to bed. Mom, I just want a hug. God damn it, Jadynn. I know what you're doing.
How do you say no?
And I'm like, okay, give me a hug. And then I'm like, give me a kiss. And then she'll give me a kiss. Mommy, can I sleep with you? Fuck, no. Because she kicks. She moves way too much. I actually don't mind sleeping next to her because it's always been just us two. So I've grown accustomed to it. Where I'm like, oh, I miss my baby.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, nah, kid. Like, I'm sorry. You're like, literally like you're my size now.
Yeah, you're like
only
head.
A foot away from me, like from like reaching me. That's not cool.
And she like moves a lot.
Yes, she kicks.
She wakes. I've even braided her hair, and I'm sure like you probably do a better job. But I'll braid her hair, and she'll wake up still.
Like it's like this.
These little pieces, all like she just nuzzles her head.
Yes.
And I'm like, I can't sleep. I can't sleep next to that.
No.
It's just gonna irritate me. I'm gonna want to push the hair onto her face all night.
I do. You'll see me, and I'm like tucking it in while I'm away. I'm like.
At like 4 a.m. Like,
and I still can't sleep. Like ever since she was a baby, I couldn't really fully sleep if she was next to me. You know, like the whole you'll see when
I'm sure I'll know
when
you're like, are they breathing?
Yeah. Well, that and like like you just can't help but like stare like fuck, like I gave birth to your face, like
I made you.
Awesome. Yeah. So I always look at her like, oh baby, and then as she got older, I'd still look at her and then. Her breath started to smell because she got older, and then she started to snore, and then she started to drool, and I was like,
grind your teeth.
I can't. Oh yeah, she used to grind her teeth a lot.
So bad.
Yeah, But it was because she used to have night terrors all the time.
No, that's how I know. 'Cause she hasn't done it in a long time.
It's because
last time she was sick,
a
couple months ago. That's how she was like making all these noises, and I was like, Carlos and I were like, what the heck? And then I hear her going, I'm like, Carlos, she doesn't feel good. Wake her up. Have her go pee. See how she feels. She doesn't feel good. I was like, oh my God, I got it. I know.
Right? Like, you knew it, right? And it's so funny, too, because, like, in the beginning, like, like I said, it was always two households. So, like, Carlos would be like, oh, does she do this over here? And I'm like,
You're
well,
like, yeah, that's what that means.
Yeah, that's what this is. And he's
yeah.
like, what? Like, okay, so she used to have really bad night terrors. And it would be to the point where she didn't even want you to touch her. She would, like, just scream and scream and scream.
Yeah.
And, like, it got to the point where I would start crying because I didn't know what the fuck it was. And then one stupid pediatrician, I don't like that, but I hope, I'm not going to get into details with that, but I fucking hope that bitch lost her license or something. She was like, oh, just wake her up. And I'm like, that don't sound right. Like a night terror, like a nightmare, like, I don't know. Like, it just didn't sit right. So when I looked it up, it was like a form of, like sleepwalking.
Yes.
Like where if you wake them up, they actually fucking like could have a heart attack. So I was like,
I don't want to do that.
And then it said, I remember it saying like, oh, like soothe them, coo them or something like that. And I was like, okay. So she would have it. I'm like, okay, baby, go to bed. Just go to bed. Just lay down like mommy has you. And she'd be like, and then knock out.
I know.
Fuck. Like it was weird.
Those are so weird.
It was so weird. And then we started noticing too that it's because she had to go pee. So I would, like, a few times she had night terrors. I'm like, I remember when Kyle was over one day. It freaked him the fuck out. He's like, what the hell? And I was like, oh, just lay down. And like, I get her off of her bed. I'm like, come on, baby, let's go to the restroom. She's like, no, I don't want to. Yeah. I was like, baby, we gotta go pee. Like, you gotta go pee. And she's like, I know. And I would take her because she would literally be asleep. She would be
still asleep, yeah.
So we would go take her. I would help her. That would like be the only time I would have to help her. I would help her, and she's just like sitting there. I would literally have to stand in front of her because she would tip over, and because she was so tired, I'm like, make sure she wouldn't. Like I didn't want her to pee on herself or anything, So I was like, I hold her. She'd go to bed. She's like, and I was like, okay, and like I'd get her up, clean her, and then like. Go back, and I remember Kyle looked at me. He's like, is she okay? All concerned. I was like, oh, no, she's fine. Yeah. She knocked the fuck out, and all you hear is, that's all you hear is her snoring. And I was like, oh. And he was like, I can't go back to bed now.
All freaked out.
I was like, it's fine. It's a night terror. Okay. And I explained it to him, and he was like, okay, so she's okay. I'm like, she's fine. Just go to bed.
So,
it's fine.
Funniest one that happened with us, we were at the little house, and Carlos and I are in bed, and then we had a futon in the living room, which is like, not far away.
No.
And so she was sleeping on the futon, and Carlos and I are in bed, and we wake up, it's on my side of the bed, always. And, well, it made sense there because the way the layout was. But all of a sudden, there's just a big crash. And I'm like, we leap out of bed. Like, what the hell just happened? Mm-hmm. And we look, and she's just standing there. And there's, like, a broken bowl. Aww. And a spoon on the floor. And Carlos is, like, instantly mad. Like, what are you doing out of bed? What's going on? And then I realized, like, she's asleep. And she's just immediately like,
her whining.
Like, put her back in bed, and then pick up everything. And it was about, like, she was probably dreaming about having a soap opera. And she was bringing it to our bed and dropped it on the tile and scared the shit out of us. Like, and she still will say, I don't remember doing that. I'm like, no, I bet you don't.
No. And like
she was, for a while, I never did that. I didn't do that. Stop saying that. I didn't do that.
And she would get so mad if like you like said, no, I didn't.
And you're like, kid.
I'm like, yeah.
I saw with my own eyes. You did it.
Yeah, no, baby, you did. And it's so funny because like when she gets like mad at you, when she's mad. Like she actually does like the angry eyebrow that I do, and it fucking makes me laugh. Because I know what she's thinking when she has that face. I'm like, oh, no, that's disrespectful. Don't do that. You know, she's, like, thinking, like, fuck you, bitch. Like, yeah. I know that's what she's thinking.
She was showing us this YouTube video of this snake. She really wanted a snake.
She still wants a fucking snake.
Yeah. No. I was like, nah. And she, like, wouldn't drop it. Well, what if I have it at my mom's? You gotta talk to your mom about that. Don't ask me.
No.
I was like, I don't think she wants one. So anyway, she goes on YouTube, and she had seen this really cute snake. Mm-hmm. And so she's showing it to us, and I think it's so gross. And I'm, like, sitting here, and Sam's sitting here, and Jaden's standing up, like, showing us. She's all excited to show us. I mean, I feel bad looking back. But the snake's like a fleshy white color. I'm like, ew, it looks like something that should be inside your body. Like, it doesn't look...
It kind of looked a little odd.
Like, the color was too flesh-like for... Like, it just looked like, I don't know, a piece of your intestines was out. And so I was saying that and, like, laughing. Like, ew, it freaks me out. That's why. Mm. And then Sam and I were, like,
I started laughing. I was like, ew, it kind of does.
And then we look at Jadynn, and she's
just like... She's dogging Maria the fuck out. And I was just like... I have never seen her do that towards her, like, ever.
I instantly felt bad because I knew it was because
and I was like
so excited to show us a snake. Yeah, and I'm making fun of it. And so I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make fun of it.
Yeah, and I look at her, I'm all, fuck, no, don't apologize. I was like, don't you ever look at her like that again. And she's like, all of a sudden, it, like, totally snapped out.
She didn't even know she was doing it.
Yeah, and I was like, she's like,
but when I put her to bed, I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make fun of it.
Yeah.
You know, I just really don't like snakes. And she's like, well, you should be more brave. I'm like, you don't even want to go down the escalator at Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't tell me I need to be brave.
Right? No. When I saw that face, I was like, you were not going to do that in front of me. I got, like, super angry. And she's like, I'm sorry, Mommy. I was like, why are you telling me sorry? I was like, tell Maria. I was like, you didn't need to look at her that way. I was like, that was me. She had a fucking mean face. It was the meanest. I was like, shit.
She's never looked at me like that.
I've never seen her.
How dare you make fun of my damn
like
snake.
I've never seen her get like that. Like, I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit, great. Like, now, I was like, whoever fucking fucks with you when you're older, whatever boyfriend you have when you're older, good luck.
He's going to see that face.
He's going to see that fucking face and be like,
scared, man. Yeah. She wasn't messing around.
No. Oh my god, that kid. She's funny. She is truly, truly funny.
She's the best.
Yeah. I remember when she was younger, she didn't know my mom was a girl. Because my mom, my mom's gay. And she was like,
oh my god.
She was like, my mom, her underwear and all that, like she wears boxers or something. Because those are comfortable. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like they are truly are. And she's like, I was like, oh, those are Mama's underwear. And she's like, oh. And I don't know how I got into the subject. Because I was I was washing and I had her help me. And she was like, I was like, yeah, Mama, I was like, when she was married to my dad, I think I said something like that. She's like, Mama's a girl?
How old was she when she realized that?
She was like 5.
Oh my god.
She's like, Mama's a girl, Mom? And I'm like, yeah, how do you think she had Mommy? She's a girl.
Oh my god.
Or like she'll ask like the most randomest questions too sometimes.
Oh, I love her questions.
I love her questions.
Here, wait. Let me pause that. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So.
Oh, we had just talked about how she thought your mom was a boy until she was freaking 5, which is hilarious.
I thought it was funny. I was like, no, she's a girl. Duh.
Oh my god.
No, she's too much though. Oh. She's funny.
Oh, we were gonna talk about the questions that she asked.
Yes. Oh my god, random. Just all random. Just random as hell.
And they're like not easy questions.
No.
Like
No. What is the hardest one that she's ever asked you?
Oh god, there's a couple. She asked me, well, I don't think this one's hard necessarily, but she recently asked me, like, where's the baby come out of? And I was like,
tell her?
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to not be explicit, but I'm going to tell her. So I was like, well, there's 3 holes down there for girls. Mm-hmm. And I give her the right names. One's your urethra. That's where your pee comes out. there's the vagina. That's where the baby comes out. It's kind of in the middle. And the other one's your anus, right? Is that? I'm like, I don't even know all the right names.
Your booty hole.
That's where poop comes out. It's in the back. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, there's 3. And she's like that was new to her, you know?
Oh my God.
Because I want to make sure she has the right answer.
Yeah. See, with me, I'm like, your pee-pee hole, your cookie, and then your butthole.
Yeah.
I don't know the terms. That's why I say those. No.
But she was cool about it. And then afterwards, she was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. She's like, is it going to hurt? I was like, yeah, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt.
And you know what's funny?
And now, now I'll be like walking down the stairs waddling, and she's like, it's going to hurt when he comes out, huh? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, and I'm like, don't laugh at me.
She's so mean.
I know. Like, who do you think you are?
Like a little shit. Oh my God. No, I remember she asked me, I think the hardest question, but it was like the cutest question too, was, I was laying down. It was when I had the apartment too. And I was like laying there, and me and her were just like, I was like, all right, Jadynn, go to bed. Go to bed. I was tired. And I think this is like I can't even remember how long, like it was a while ago. And she was just like, Mommy. I was like, yes. Can I sleep with you? I was like, okay. She was a lot smaller, so she didn't move as much. And then she was like in kindergarten.
Okay. Cute.
And it was, I was like kindergarten or second grade, one of the two. And she was laying there. She's like, how was it when I was born? Aww. Oh my God. I was like, she's like, can you tell me what happened? And I was like, oh. So I gave her the nicer, sweeter version of it. And I was like, she's like, how did it feel? How did you feel? Like, I was like, what do you mean? Like, did it hurt? She's like, no. Did you love me? And I was like, oh my God, why are you asking me all these? I was thinking in my head, I was like, why is she asking me all these questions?
I know,
like, what the hell?
Cute.
Like, I'm getting sad. So, of course, me being me, I told her how I felt. And I was crying when I was telling her, but like, not like sobbing, but I felt like tears coming down.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was happy. I always knew I was going to have you. I was like, I actually had a dream about you. And I told her about it. And she just like, and then I felt, and this is what kills me, because she was like laying on, like in my, like she was laying in my arms. And I was just telling her, and I felt a fucking tear. And I was like, baby, don't cry. And she was just like, you love me. I was like, oh my God, stop. Yes.
She's so cute.
I was just like,
she
still does that.
It's really empathetic.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Like if she sees that I'm upset, she's like, Mommy, what's wrong? And she'll come and hug me, and then she'll start crying. She's like, I don't want you to cry. Don't be sad. I'm like, okay.
She feels what you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does do that.
We do have a pretty cool connection, though. We do.
You do.
Yeah.
She, we'll wrap it up soon, but she, the other day, was like, I was brushing her hair, and I was going to braid it for bed. It's like 2 or 3 days ago. And she's like, Maria, can I ask you a question? I'm like, yes.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, I'm like, when do you not? And she's like, do you miss your mom? And I was like,
oh no. And hormones rage right now.
I'm going to cry right now. And I'm like, yeah, I do, you know. And she's like, is it hard that she's not here? And I'm like, okay.
Oh, no.
Because she's always, like, known about my mom not being, like, my mom passed away. But she, like, recently, I think, I don't know, just with you being around so much and, like, the baby and stuff, I don't know if she's picking up on, like, I really wish my mom was here for all this, you know?
Yeah.
And she, like, told me she gets anxious sometimes and worried. And I told her, like, you can always ask my mom to help you. Like, when you're worried, you just ask, you can call her Nana Patty, and you just ask her for help. She's really close to God. Like, she prayed a lot. And so I told her that, like, probably the day before. So then that night when I was brushing her hair, she asked me that. I was like, oh my God, I can't even handle this right now. It was cute, though. Like, she's really sweet. She's really thoughtful. Like, she has those, sometimes those thoughtful little moments, and you're like,
Yeah, this little girl can like make you cry.
Yeah.
I'm like, where did this come from?
I know.
You know, and I'm like sobbing like a little girl, and then like
It's
oh,
really special though.
it is. It is. She really does kind of dig deep, and she really does love. When she loves you, you know that you are truly a good person, and it's insane because I've seen her love a lot of people, and they are truly like amazing people. And then I've seen her like not want to be around certain people, and I'm just like,
she knows your vibe.
You know, like she knows your vibe. And she picks it up real quick. I know kids usually do pick it up real quick if they think you're a good person or not.
And she's funny because like even like my niece Lauren, she's a little rowdy sometimes. She's 3, and my nephew Seppi, and she'll be like she's annoyed, because they're like being rowdy. But she's like, I don't think that's a good idea for them to play with that. And I'm like, oh, you're right. Like she's still really concerned and worried, even though she's like stay away from my stuff.
Get away from me, but
I care about you.
Can you help them real quick?
But I care about you. Okay. Yeah.
She's like that with my nephews too. Mom, I didn't want them to play with that.
I didn't think it was safe.
I don't think it was good.
Because sometimes
well, why didn't you stop them? Because I didn't want them to get mad at me.
She'll be like, I took this from Lauren because sometimes she puts it in her mouth, and I'm like, oh,
she truly is the gem. That
it's
girl.
Funny. She cracks me up.
She's too much sometimes.
She is.
Yeah.
All right.
So we hope you guys enjoyed this episode of just us talking shit about Jadynn. All in good though. All in good. Honestly, she is a really truly amazing little girl. Big heart. I adore that about her. She always just tries to look for the good in people, and that's one thing I'm jealous of because, man, I wish I was able to do all that because she truly is a really awesome
She's
girl.
A really special little girl.
Yes.
So. Well, thank you guys. If you have any questions about like any parenting stuff or advice, or if you have your own situation and you need help, feel free to comment or DM us on our Instagram page at Blended Mommas, 3 M's and a Z at the end.
Yes.
And like, comment, and subscribe, please.
Yes. And just let us know, too, your guys' stories if you want us to share. And please keep on passing our stories down. If you ever want to ask us anything, don't hesitate.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Be honest.
Bye.
Bye.